What is up, guys? It is AvrLR32 here, bringing you guys a quick update on Project Blue Eyes. I have gained a lot of subscribers since my last Project Blue Eyes, which was 4 months ago on March 3rd, 2013. Quick shout out to my friend the Boo Shia, as you can see right here where I'm scrolling, TheBousHea. He's the one that originally gave me this deck list. It didn't actually look like this, but when you go back from that video 4 months old and you look at that deck list, that is literally a Blue Eyes White Dragon stun deck. It was a lot better last format because we didn't have what we have now, with E-Dragons and all that. But I wanted to discuss Project Blue Eyes, and I apologize if you hear thunder in the background. It is raining like crap outside. It is literally raining cats and dogs. Like I think a cat like hit my window like 10 minutes ago, and then I think like a spaceship hit my front door. I don't even know. But anyways, yeah, and it's like pretty late at night. It's almost like 9:15. So yeah, it's pretty bad here, rain-wise. But anyways, why am I talking about the weather? I'm not a weather person. Blue Eye Stun. So, from that video 4 months old, the Blue Eye Stun deck was originally meant to literally be stun. It ran Doom Caliber and all that, and I'll have a link to the previous Blue Eyes discussion. But I wanted to discuss why that doesn't work now. Compared to 4 months ago. Well, 4 months ago, the meta was completely different. Mermels ruled everything. We didn't have E-Dragons. We didn't have Evil Swarm. We had Prophecy, but they didn't have Judgment Day, of course. But the way that the meta is shifting now, and when we get the structure deck, now that it's been released and we know some of the cards and all that, what I did notice in the OCG is that they are combining spellbooks with the Blue Eyes support. I was trying to get a deck list up on here, and I was working on it for like 10 minutes, but they have different names, and whenever I try and look up different names, it just, it's so crazy. Like, Almanac Book of Magic, I don't know what that is. Like, I tried looking it up, just typing in the internet, Yu-Gi-Oh! Almanac Book of Magic, and then it brought up Book of Life. I'm like, it's definitely not Book of Life, so I don't know. If you guys could help me out with that, that would be absolutely fantastic. But I did want to bring up that deck list and have it all in English instead of their names, since it'd be really confusing. But we have this, this is Vexy's BET Blue Eyes Turbo deck. It is pretty old, but is still a very good example of what the deck is capable of. You can either ignore the build or kind of take it in of whatever you want. The Blue Eye Stun deck did originally use Champion's Vigilance. Like I said, you can look back at that build. It also used Doom Calibers and all that because it was meant to stun. That's very, very too slow now for this new format. And now there could possibly be a way to combine the stun variant build that I did have with this. It would just be very difficult because Blue-Eyed Maiden is just an absolute boss. For those of you that really haven't been keeping up with the Blue Eye stuff, I'm just gonna read you her effect. She's a tuner, and she's level 1 light, so it is honestable. And you can also make Blue Eye Silver Dragon. So when this card is targeted for an attack, you can negate that attack, and if you do, change this card to battle position. Then you can special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. When this face-up card on the field is targeted by a card effect, you can special summon one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You can only use one Blue-Eyed Maiden effect return, and only once that turn. So you go first turn, summon Blue-Eyed Maiden, maybe set 2 back row. Then they go summon a monster, attack your Blue-Eyed Maiden. Okay, negate the attack. She gets switched to defense. Drop a big-ass Blue Eyes. Yeah, I'm feeling like Seto Kaiba right now. I haven't seen any builds as of yet running Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I really, really, really want to make a build that can revolve around dropping Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon because, I mean, just look at its stats. It's a freaking behemoth. 4,500 attack points and 3,800 defense. That's enough to get over Obelisk the Tormentor, for God's sake. Like, that's enough to get over a freaking Egyptian god. Like, it's never seen competitive play as far as I know, and I've been playing since 2008 competitively. So I was playing this one guy on DN a while back. This is like a month and a half ago or something like that. And I did ask him, can this deck drop Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon? He said it can drop it easily. So for anyone that has a build, I will give you a shout out. Like, I will pay you money. Not really, because I love money. But I really want to make a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon build, and plus it will really throw people off. Like, imagine just being able to have the ability to go into synchros, go into all this Exceed summoning. Hell, even have access to cards like Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, Heliopolis, Thunder End Dragon, which you can detach and Exceed Material and destroy all other monsters on the board. Then you can use something like Dragon's Mirror to banish all three of your Blue Eyes to play Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which, and this is just me just throwing out ideas, but if you did do something like Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon where you did use Dragon's Mirror, which is from your side of the field or your graveyard, it's basically Miracle Fusion for dragons. You banish the materials, you can play Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So let's say, for example, you have two Blue Eyes on board. You got one out by Blue Eyed Maiden's effect, and then you played the Blue Eyes from your hand, then you Monster Born one from your grave, and then you overlaid into Thunder End. You detach to destroy all of the monsters on the field, and then let's say that your third Blue Eyes is already in the grave. Go Dragon's Mirror, banish all three Blue Eyes, drop Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, go return from the different dimension, pay half your life points, bring back all three of your Blue Eyes. So then you're sitting with a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon on board, 4,500 attack, 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, 3,000 attack apiece, and a Thunder End Dragon at 3,000. That's 9 plus 45 plus 3k. So 12,000 plus 4,500, whatever that math is, I don't know, but that's a hell ton of damage. So that could be a really explosive build. And this is just an example build. Like I said, this build is very old. This is before E-Dragons came to the TCG and Spellbook of Judgment came to the TCG. I've seen a bunch of different builds. The latest, like I told you, the latest build that I did see in the OCG that topped came in 4th place. And it used, from what I got of the monster lineup, it only, from the new support from the structure deck, the only thing that it used was 1 Blue Eyes and 1 Blue-Eyed Maiden, and the rest of it was stuff like, it used double maxi. Here, I'll just pull it up. I didn't want to pull it up because it would just be too confusing, but I figured I would just, might as well. But like I said, this is meant for pure discussion. I really want to see what you guys think about it, and if you guys have any good deck lists, leave them as a video response or anything like that. But yeah, this is the build right here that I was working on, trying to get it to work. Player's name was Melt. Okay. Blue Eyes Magical, that just means it was Blue Eyes Spellbooks, basically. Like I said, he only used 1 Blue Eyes and 1 Blue-Eyed Maiden. That was it for the new Blue Eyes support. Everything else was, pretty much just Spellbook stuff. 2 Max C, increasing G. 3, forget its name. Spellbook, the one that's a Stratos or Spellbooks. You summon it and then get a Spellbook spell card to your hand. That one. And then a Jowgen. Sisti is Justice of Prophecy. 3 Kaiku, 2 High Priestess, and a Blue-Eyed Maiden. Almanac Book of Magic, like I said, I don't know. I want to say that's Spellbook of Secrets, the one that lets you search. 3 Grimoire Book of Magic, I don't know what that is. 2 Magical Book of Sephir, I don't know what that is. 2 Hydromontania Book of Magic, I don't know what that is. 3 Book of Magic Inventory Crescent. The Crescent, I think I know which one that is. I think that's Spellbook Star Hall, maybe, I don't know. 2 Goth Book of Magic, yeah, we'll call it Goth. Book of Moon, 2 Torah, whatever that is. 3, oh, this is 3 Spellbook of Judgment, which that makes sense since most of his stuff is spellbooks. 1, don't even make me pronounce that, Book of Magic. 1 Book of Magic Corridor Etoli, I don't know. 1 Book of Magic Institute Lamasian. Like I said, I don't know the English names. I tried looking them up and I couldn't find them. And then he only ran 4 traps, 2 Bottomless, Warning, and Judgment. And then this is his side. Then the extra, 1 Mistburg Claudius, which is probably like Mist Valley. 1 Hyper Librarian, 1 Tempest, 1, the synchro that does burn damage. That Tempest Magician, my bad. Arcanite, Ancient Sacred Wyvern, 1 Crimson Blader, 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Stardust Silver Dragon, Flashing Kraut Dragon, that's Stardust Silver Dragon. 1 Blue Eye Silver Dragon, 1 Armor Kappa. I'm not sure which one that is either. 1 Shining Elf, 1 Saint Declarer, I don't know. 1 Digesto Phoenix, 1 Gaga Cowboy, and then a Big Eye. And then this was also Blue Eyes Magical deck, which used a little bit more of the Blue Eyes support. 2 Blue-Eyed Maiden and 2 Blue Eyes. And then most of the ones that are topping is Spellbook Blue Eyes. That's mostly what's topping there. which is really the only thing that really can top right now that can keep up with Prophecy and E-Dragons. Um, and Evil Swarm is just really under the radar. But like I said, I did want to give you guys an update. I'm really interested to see what you guys think because there is a lot of different builds. You can take the Blue Eyes Turbo route with this. It's a really interchangeable deck, but the one that seems to be the most dominant right now that I would say that I would consider investing in is the Blue Eyes Magical stuff. So, you know, whenever you go to Nationals, if you want to build the Blue Eyes stuff and you want to build Spellbook Blue Eyes, which seems to be the best build to do, especially in this format, and when Capital G showed off the V-Jump scans, those few V-Jump scans, they they talked about Spellbook of Judgment, so I could see them hitting Spellbook of Judgment, and I mean, they have to. They cannot let that card sit around for another format. I mean, I know Konami's all about the money, but they want to push out their other archetypes like Ghost Tricks, vampires, you know, all that stuff. I'm not saying that those archetypes will be good, but they want to push out their new product. But yeah, so if you have spellbook stuff, if you have prophecies built, I would say, you know, it's your call. You know, I can't make that choice for you. I'm only one person. If you wanna go to Nationals and play your spellbooks and then sell your whole spellbook deck for like, I don't even know what they would even go for. Let's just to be safe, $600. You know, it's your call because even with $600, the prices will probably drop. Hopefully they'll drop because then I can be able to invest in spellbook stuff, which really sucks that I didn't invest in most of this, not really anything of it. But like I said, the most dominant build right now is Spellbook Blue Eyes, which it makes sense because, you know, this is a spellcaster and then this, so you can just drop that. You have that free 3000 beat stick, and then you also have access to High Priestess. So it does make sense. And again, for the love of God, someone send me a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon build because there has to be a build out there that can drop Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon like it's nothing, and then drop Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. For Blue Eyes Shining Dragon isn't the best card. Why does it always do that? Oh, because it has the dash in it. I tried. Yeah, there we go. Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. It cannot be normal summoner set, cannot be special summoned except by tributing a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon you control. This card gains 300 attack for each Dragon type monster in your graveyard, and then you can negate the effects of spells, traps, and affect monsters that target this card. So it stops stuff like Raikou and stuff like that. So it doesn't have the best effect, but it does gain 500 for every Dragon type in your graveyard. That's the alternate art that's worth like a crap ton of money. But yeah, but this is the one that like I have and everybody else has in the world, unless you're like very lucky to own one like this, then wow, good for you. And I gotta admit the artwork does look pretty nice. But like I said, the ability for the deck to be interchangeable is very good because unfortunately it can't be a stun build anymore. That's just a fact. Like stun cannot keep up in this format. It can't. It's good at the beginning of formats when the format isn't declared what it is, if that makes sense. Like it's not established. That's the word I'm looking for. So stun variants, you know, you can try. Like I said, look back at the one from 4 months ago, and that's a stun build. Like I said, I'll have a link to it in the description. I'll probably make a playlist for this either today or tomorrow. I'll probably be uploading this tomorrow because today's the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, guys. Woohoo! But I would say, you know, like I said, the deck is very interchangeable. It's going to be very, very good next format as long as they kill E-Dragons and Prophecies. As long as they kill those two decks. And if they need to touch Evil Swarms, okay, then touch Evil Swarm. But like I said, you know, leave your comments down below about what you guys think. Very, very interesting deck in general. I don't think a lot of people will be using the new support cards except for Blue-Eyed Maiden and Blue Eyes. Other than that, I don't think a lot of the cards are really going to be used, maybe in some builds. But it really depends on what they do on the ban list and how hard they hit Prophecy, because they don't hit like really any of the stuff that I mentioned in that deck list besides Spellbook of Judgment, then Spellbook Blue Eyes will probably be the best choice. But yeah, other than that, I thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Thank you for all the support that you guys have been showing. And for the love of God, someone send me a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon deck list so that I can make Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and just laugh in someone's face. Thanks, guys. Take care.